So I just would like to welcome you to our pilot episode of our new podcast called...
It is The Story, TGIF, and Born to Shine,
Christian Toastmasters Club. Yeah.
Yep. And this is episode 0, and I'm Joe.
And I'm Paul.
And we are both members of TGIF.
Yeah, but I'm also a member of Born to Shine. And both clubs are Christian Toastmasters Club, so the full name is...
TGIF, well, the full name of the podcast.
Well, the full name of the clubs.
The full name of the clubs, we have TGIF Christian Toastmasters.
And Born to Shine Christian Toastmasters. And we are two clubs based in Taiwan, which if you look on the Toastmasters website, they would come under District 67.
That's right.
And both clubs are based in Taipei.
That's right. And we meet in the same venues on the same night. TGIF is first and third Fridays.
And Born to Shine, second and fourth Fridays.
So every Friday you can come and catch us.
So please do come and catch us.
Shinyana.
Yeah.
Wow, it became an advertisement.
Exactly, yeah. But Joe, what got you started on this project?
So in Toastmasters, we have a thing called Pathways. And one of the levels, they have an elective project.
Sure.
And that's make a podcast.
Yeah.
And you and I, Paul Sharpe, we have breakfast together quite a bit. And we banter. We talk a lot.
We talk a lot.
And it's been that way for well over a decade.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about nothing usually.
Nothing usually. And, we came to there. So with this project, you can make a podcast. And I thought TGIF, they had their 10th anniversary this past October. Born to Shine is 8 years old now?
7 going on 8, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a good bit of history, and I thought this is a nice opportunity to record our conversations.
And talk about something meaningful.
That's right.
Because, like yourself, I believe that history is important, and I think that by having these podcasts as a historical record to who we are and what we did, because I do believe that whoever comes after us will stand on our foundation.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really, really good way for them to understand what the foundation is.
Absolutely. And so this is a wonderful way for brand new members to look back on our history from the very beginning all the way up until basically today, and maybe even looking into the future.
Exactly.
Right? And how we're growing. And so the idea is...
yeah, and that speaks to what we're actually going to be doing on this podcast. This episode is going to be very short, but we're going to invite people who have been a part of the club for a significant period of time, either TGIF Christian Toastmasters or Born to Shine Christian Toastmasters. And we're just going to have conversations with them just to chat about, where the clubs came from and just different topics like, what does it mean to compete or just different things like that, yeah.
Right. And so what's nice about this is it's a story about the clubs, but it's also told from the personal angle of the people involved.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a nice opportunity to hear club stories as well as the stories of these different individuals. Now, we are bilingual clubs. Every meeting we're always like, 我们是双语
中文的演讲会但是我的中文那么差 My Chinese is not good at all. This is the master over here.
No. So we have elected, not just for our benefit, but for your benefit, dear listener, to do this mostly in English.
Yes, there's a reason for that, is that we feel that if you don't speak Chinese and we mixing it up in English and Chinese, you'd probably lose interest in it. And I think the same way goes for people who don't quite understand English, having the promise of a little bit of Chinese thrown into it later on is probably going to not really be attractive to them. However, we are going to have some Chinese episodes.
That's right, because basically our plan is we will have Chinese-centric or English-centric.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Most of the episodes will be in English, but there will be an occasional full Chinese. You'll get to hear all of Paul's wonderful Chinese. 我是夏保罗，夏天的夏。
我姓夏，夏天的夏。
And those will be guided by some of our members who have competed in Chinese speech contests or have really led our club to be strong in
and that's just very foundational to the clubs.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of our top Chinese speakers who have won national competitions have also been very foundational to our growth, to our development. Some of the people who have actually developed the clubs, they just love the Chinese language. Iris is always...
Iris, yes.
Joe, more Chengyu.
More Chengyu. Your speech doesn't have enough Chinese idioms.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Because that's the idea of it. Just getting people who are important in our club. And we do know that everybody's a VIP guest that got himself sent, but just the foundational members and the members who have really, really played a significant part in the club over the last 10 years.
Right. And so over the next couple of months, we're going to be putting together about 10 episodes. Who knows? maybe this will keep going.
Maybe it will keep going.
That's
Joe.
right. And
because after 10 episodes, maybe we're just going back to bantering about nothing.
Bantering about nothing, and then forcing everyone to watch.
But we do promise the first 10 episodes will be content rich.
Yes, and we'll have interviews. It's going to be a really wonderful opportunity. And so this is episode 0. So our official episode number 1, the foundation.
Who's it going to feature?
Who's
going to feature?
Feature our foundation of our club, Lester Lynn.
Otherwise known as?
He's Dr. Air.
Dr. Air, otherwise known as the grandfather of Born to Shine Christian Toastmasters.
That's right. And so he is a foundational member, and we're really looking forward to having him on the official episode 1, because this is just episode 0.
Yeah, this is just episode 0. And so we just decided to sit down today and just explain a little bit about why we're doing this. What is the reason? What is the purpose of this? And so we just give you some insight. We do thank you for watching this, and we do hope that you would join the first episode to hear what Lester has to say. I'm sure he will be very insightful.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, yeah. It's always good to have a chat with Lester, right?
That's right.
Exactly right.
And so this is the end of our episode 0. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and remember,
you're built on love.
Yeah, you're built on love and born to shine.
Exactly. All right.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the first episode.
See you first episode. Bye-bye.
Cheers.